What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of The Pickups, and you know how we do. We'll get to some pre-pickups before we actually go game hunting. This time around, we only got one. We got this from the Big, the Bad, the Brett Hamilton. I saw this at a pawn shop or Cash Night event or something. He's like, hey, they're asking $5 for it. Do you want it? I was like, hell yeah. So I gave him $5. And that game is PTO, Pacific Theater Operations, for the Super Nintendo, and it's a Koei title. Very nice condition. Looks like it goes for about $15 or so. We'll add it into the Super Nintendo collection. Actually kind of looked cool. I'm not that big into strategy games. Maybe Big Dan from Rebel Gaming Club can tell us a little bit more about it. Somebody asked me, like, what's the deal with you and Brett? He lives, like, down south, like, south of Columbus. So, whenever he finds stuff, I either buy from him or I trade with him. And I'll sell some stuff in Columbus, some stuff that he finds, some consoles or whatever, in Columbus. So we have a little, like, game hunting partnership. We cover a lot of ground, and you know, there's a little bit of revenue sharing and commissions and things like that going around. But yeah, it's pretty awesome, man, because he finds some good stuff where he's from. So, all right, let's go game hunting.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright guys, so we're leaving that thrift store. I've gotten free cases from there before. They had that Tomb Raider case in there. She had to call a manager over, and I was like, yeah, can I have this case? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, can you just charge me like 50 cents or something for it? It looks like somebody stole the game. And then he tried to get chippy with me and was like, oh, well, we'll hold on to it, you know, in case somebody finds a disc. Ain't none of them fucking employees going around looking for a loose Tomb Raider 3 disc. So I'm like, man, because I think I might have that game loose disc. But then that Dreamcast game, I said, this PlayStation 2 game would have been $2.99. Why is this Dreamcast game $8.99? I mean, I'd pay $2.99 for it. He's like, oh, well, they set the prices back there. I can't really do anything. I was like, all right, man, I'll pass on it. I mean, that Spec Ops 2 is only like a $6 or $9 game. You know what I mean? Like, charging retail for it at a thrift store, I'm just not having it. So, all right, guys, the search continues. Alright guys, we are back from our game hunting adventures. Alright, so you guys saw, okay, first thing, Rebel Gaming Club right here, we're starting to get stacked up and they're starting to hit the photos, so we're going to have to move Rebel Gaming Club up to the top shelf. So, congratulations guys, you made it to the big time. Top shelf material. Alright, man, okay, so we hit some thrift stores. Got a little issue there with the guy with the empty case and the Tomb Raider case. It's like, nobody's going to look for that game. And even if somebody finds the loose disc, a customer, they're not going to come up to the counter and be like, hey, did you happen to find the case in the manual for this? Oh, yeah, we put it in the back just for you because you're the lucky winner. Like, it doesn't work like that. He threw that shit away. He's just being stingy and didn't want to give it away, even though they've given me cases, empty cases before. I'm trying to fix this a little bit. All right. So I was kind of upset about that. I was a little pissed off, to be honest with you. And then, let's see what else we have in there. We had some consoles at that one thrift store, and we got them good. We got them good. But all their consoles are $60. PlayStation 1, Wii, PlayStation 2 Slim. $60 is their flat rate, and they white tag it. And when they put a white tag on it, it means that it's not subject to any one of those half-off days. It'll sit there for a month, and then they'll lower it to like, 50. And they'll sit there for another month, and they'll lower it to 40. They sort of play that game, and some of those consoles aren't complete, right? So, like, some of the Wii's don't have a Wii sensor bar. PlayStation 2 doesn't come with the AV cable. You know what I mean? So, they're trying to charge... First of all, those systems aren't worth that anyway. But if they were, they would need to be complete, right? All right. So, first thing we did... It was a lot of work. I hope you guys enjoyed the game hunting footage this week. I kind of went all out after cheating you guys the last couple times. Goodwill also, man. I'm getting tired of seeing nice shit in their auctions. Breath of Fire 2 for the Super Nintendo. Those were probably the best titles in there. But we did get some stuff. Did an offer up deal. I saw the guy had this. On the picture of it was some PlayStation games. Some very nice PlayStation titles. And I asked him how much he wanted for all of them. And he said $4 for the whole lot. I said, I will be there in 30 minutes. And the entire time I was driving, I was just hoping that somebody didn't like jump ahead of me or, highball me, which is a tactic that sore losers use when they're like, they get their second or third and then they try and offer more, or if they can't buy it, then they'll say, hey, yeah, that game you're about to sell for $20 is actually worth $200. Those fucking highballers. But we got there. I said, you got any more stuff? He was like, yeah. So it ended up being 15 games in this lot. 13 of those games are PlayStation games, so you'll see them in year of the PlayStation. 2 Xbox games. First one is a loose disc copy of Halo 2 We might take that to the range and use it as target practice. And then Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Nice BioWare title. And that one is actually complete. I already turned the manual around. But it's got like the Star Wars registration card in there. Not in bad condition. Let's say light surface scratches. Probably works. But could probably use a resurfacing too. Or at least, you know, a buffing it out. Okay. So, I went to Goodwill. Not Goodwill, I'm sorry. Went to GameStop. And my son was looking at Funko Pop figures. And they had a bunch of t-shirts on sale. And they were like $6, but they were buy one, get one free. So I loaded up on some t-shirts. Some of them are PlayStation, so you'll see them in the year of the PlayStation. But got a Dishonored 2 shirt. Extra large. You know, because that's how I roll. But yeah, it's got the Dishonored 2, I guess, font. The script for Dishonored 2 on the sleeve. Got the logo there on the front. And then it's got Bethesda in the back there. So yeah, we got a couple of these. A couple other PlayStation related shirts. But while I was there, I was cruising through their game section. Didn't really see anything that I was interested in. You guys know I text pretty much every day with, like, you know, Kane Deathbreaker and Hav and Tight White and Shad Juice and, you know, Bad Company. And I don't really know anything about Wii U games, but I know that Retro Gamer 717 and Rob over there and Hav are very knowledgeable about the rare and uncommon Wii U titles. This I wouldn't say is like super uncommon because they made it in a collector's edition. But for $11.69, we picked up Rodea Sky Soldier for the Wii U. Now, this is the version that comes with the Wii U disc and the Wii disc. And I think the Wii disc looks a lot better, to be honest with you. And then, of course, it comes with the Wii U manual and then the Wii manual. So they said definitely pick it up at that price. You know, under $12 because I'm a Power Rewards member. Under $12. It looks like it goes for about $20 to $25 online. But they're under the impression that if you hold on to this, it will go up in price. So I think I'm actually going to hold on to it for a little while and see what happens. $12 investment, maybe able to sell that down the line. All right, this would probably be our coolest, our most expensive pickup of the week. Not the coolest, but the most expensive. Unless you're into this kind of thing, then it's the coolest. Going through Goodwill, man, and one thing that I've noticed about the resellers in my area is they specifically look for games. Mario titles, Zelda titles, Resident Evil titles, those are all going to get sucked up. But they're still kind of learning about this kind of stuff right here. The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth. This is the Anthology edition. The last one of these, when you're watching this video, it's like 2 weeks ago, right? You're like 2 weeks behind. But the last one that sold was March 27th, and it sold for $144 shipped. So I picked this up for $2.99. These Lord of the Ring games are always valuable. Comes with all 4 discs. When you buy these, especially the Anthology, there's a bonus disc that comes with it that's got the manuals on it. And then each disc, we'll take one of these out. It says Rise of the Witch King. We take it out. There's a site key right here, and there's one of those, you know, for each of the discs. So if you buy that, you want to make sure that all 4 of those stickers, actually there's only 3, make sure that all 3 of those stickers are in there. Does not come with any paperwork because the manuals are on a disc, so don't be worried about that. So if you ever see that out in the wild, make sure it's got 4 discs and 3 site keys. We're going to post this up on Craigslist right after this video for dirt cheap. I'm going to try and throw it up for $80 and see if somebody will buy this for $80 cash. So yeah, that was a good score there, especially coming up, you know, with conventions and yard sales and stuff. Could use that extra cash. All right, so you go to that thrift store where you guys saw all of the consoles, right? And like I said, they're $60 a console, like crazy. And they're usually pretty good at keeping the games in one stack and the DVDs in another stack. So when somebody asks for, can I see the games, they only have to pull off like 2 or 3 of the racks, you know, and put them on the counter and you can sift through them. This time they were kind of all over the place. And I'm thinking that, you know, maybe because I got there on Friday and not a Saturday, Sunday, and these definitely wouldn't have made it until Monday. I'm very, very excited to have them, actually. Okay, so the first game, it was in like a DVD thing. The girl had to like check all of them, and it was clear that this one hadn't been picked through because there was a lot of other like Wii titles, like Wii Fit and Just Dance and Dora the Explorer and Nicktoons and all that stuff. It was basically almost a half a rack of Wii titles. So there were $6. I was hoping to get a little bit better deal on them, but $6, I'm not unhappy. It's probably top of the mark of what I would want to have paid for them. But the first one is Endless Ocean. Kind of been curious about this game. Every time I see it, it's like a $15 game or $20 game at like half price books or whatever. But complete, very, very nice condition. I don't think these games have ever been played, and I'll tell you why I think that on the next game I'm about to show you. But yeah, I've always been sort of curious about what this game is. I mean, just swim around in the ocean and look at fish, and I mean, if so, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I might try that out and then send it on its way, throw it up on Craigslist for like $10. All right, the next game, this is why I say that I don't think these games were ever played. We have a very nice copy of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii, still factory sealed. I don't know if that's going to show up. Yeah, maybe right there. Still factory sealed, no breaks in the seal or anything like that. You can tell that the plastic on there is real like tight and taut because you can't like, I don't even want to push in on this part because I don't want to snap it. But I may be investing in some those DVD protective cases so I can put that in there. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess factory sealed. Great find for $6. Some Zelda collector's gonna absolutely have to have that in their collection. All right, guys. Last game, when I saw this, I actually was like freaking out. I couldn't believe it because this is a game that I never, ever, ever see. And that game is Klonoa for the Wii. It's a Bandai Namco title. Bang. And yeah, again, complete, very nice condition. Manual's all turned around backwards. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it comes with a an insert for Wii Ski and Snowboard. Like a free taco at Wahoo's Tacos in California, Colorado, Hawaii, Texas. So I don't know if that's still valid. If anybody wants a free taco, I don't know. But yeah, definitely cool to get Klonoa. Check the disc, fingerprints. That's it. That will come off. But if you guys don't know about Klonoa, Klonoa was a game that came out for the original PlayStation, and it's a very expensive game to buy for the PlayStation 1. This is about $35 or so for the Wii Complete, and it's basically a remake of the original Klonoa Phantom Mile game for the PlayStation 1. So yeah, it's really cool, man. It's like a 2.5D platformer action type game. See if I'll focus a little bit better. But yeah, I'll probably play through this and then I'll probably pass it along. I don't really collect a lot for the Wii, but you never know. This is a harder title to find, at least in my opinion. So, especially complete. So I will probably play it and pass it on, but I might keep it, I don't know, on the fence. Guys, that is going to do it for this episode of the Pickups. Like I said, hope you enjoyed all the game hunting footage. We didn't get a ton of games, but I think we got some good stuff. We got Zelda sealed, Rodea, Middle-earth, Klonoa. Star Wars is always fun to play. So, guys, what have you been picking up? And we will see you on the next one.